Hey there, it's Diane Forster. Welcome to Love It, Thank It, Bring It. This is our weekly webinar series where we live the I Have Today way with more passion and purpose, living intentionally in the present moment. And what we do here is we take on one new topic every week here live, and I talk about how that's showing up in your life, and then I give you 3 steps, tips, tools, strategies on how to turn that around and make that work for you in your life if it's not working for you. And we create awareness when it with our topics that you may or may not even know that is prevalent in your life and an issue in your life. So anyway, if you are here for the first time, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for being here. The chat box is open. And if you'd like to say hello, I would love for you to say hello to me and let me know that you're out there. And if you've been here before, I want to say welcome again. Thank you so much for being here. I love and appreciate your support. And so anyway, let me tell you what to expect today. What we do on the series is what I'll do is I'll talk about the topic, I'll talk about how that could be potentially showing up in your life, and then I will give you the 3 strategies on how to make that work for you. And then I always give you my affirmation statements, a love it statement, thank it statement, and bring it statement. And then I also give you a quote, and then I'm going to leave you with a fabulous gift offer at the end, which I'm super excited about. So anyway, let me say hi to you. I see more people jumping on. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming here on Webinar Jam. I see you guys. And then I'm also streaming live on Facebook on my business page at I Have Today with Diane Forster. So on both places, I want to say welcome, and feel free in both cases, in both areas, to please comments, questions, concerns, how this is showing up for you. This is live, and I do this live on purpose so it can be interactive. You have direct access to me. You can ask me anything that you want, okay? All right, so let's get to it, okay? So the topic this week is drop your expectation of others to feel more joy. All right, so the reason I picked this topic is because, question for you. Have you ever been disappointed by someone before? Silly question, right? Of course, we have all been disappointed by someone before. And how that is showing up in our lives is because the disappointment stems from having a certain level of expectations of somebody else. So what I notice in my intentional living expertise work and what I do with my clients, and just in general, what I do with a lot of these things. But when I work with my clients, what I work on with them, many of them feel stuck. So we work on getting them unstuck and to really reinvent their lives, whether it's in their personal relationship, their profession, their health, trying to change their life, reinvent their life, create a new career, find love. And what it is what I've noticed that comes up with them a lot. One subject it is their disappointment in someone else in their lives. And it shows up quite a bit, and it really shows up in terms of relationships. So I'll talk about that for a minute. And when we put our expectations on others, here's what's happening. That is asking them to live the way we want them to live, not the way they want to live. So let that sink in for a minute, because that's really, really important. And it's certainly okay for us to put expectations on ourselves, things that we want to do, goals we want to achieve, career goals, health goals, whatever. But it is certainly not okay to put those expectations on somebody else. Now, I'm not referring to, your boss who has expectations that you're going to show up to work and, perform at your job, or for parents who have certain expectations on how, for their kids to obey the house rules. What I'm talking about here is the what I'm referring to is the behavioral expectations that we create within ourselves on how we want others to behave. Okay, so this is a behavioral thing. All right, so let me give you an example. Okay, I have a client of mine, and she was dating a man. She really cared for him. She loved him a lot, and he loved her a lot. And they had a great connection. There were a lot of things that, many things that were right about him, except that she did not like how frugal he was. This guy did not like to spend money. He didn't want to make money, a lot of money. Money was not important to him, and he lived a very, very simplistic life, lives a very simplistic life. He's alive. But for her, money is really important. So she loves beautiful things. She loves to live in a beautiful home. She likes to go out and spend money on luxury things. She likes to go out to nice dinners. She likes to travel. And she likes to really, in her world, her version, really experience the joy of life. And she wants to live it a big way. And listen, this is an infinite universe, abundant infinite universe. Of course, that's what she wants to do. And so there is nothing wrong with that, her wanting to do that. And there's nothing wrong with him wanting to live the way that he lives. But here's what happens. It became a huge problem for them when they decided that the relationship was moving forward, and they were talking about possibly moving in together. Okay. So here's my question for you. And I would love your feedback. So let me know how you feel about this. My question is this: is it up to him to meet her financial needs? Is it? Yeah, I see that. You're telling me no. It is not. It is not up to him to meet her financial needs. Now, she's my client, so I'm focused on her needs and her goals and her desires and her wants. That's I'm there to support her. So what I said to her is, you have 3 options available to you. You can, number one, you can either make more money yourself and afford the lifestyle that you want to live. You can do it. And that's why working with me, I'll teach you and I'll show you how to do that. It's totally a viable option, right? That's number one. The second option for her is that she can learn and accept him as he is, and then learn to live on a smaller income. If he's that important to her, she's got to evaluate that and decide if that's something that she wants to do. Or the third thing is, she can end the relationship and find someone who will fill that need for her. Just move on. If it's that important and it's going to be an obstacle, that's another option. So she has 3 choices. So it's perfectly fine for her and for you to want whatever it is that you want, but that does not mean that someone else will want it too. Okay, does that make sense? Expectations of others has ended many, many relationships, including in my own life. Relationships have ended because of expectations. So I could share countless stories like this in different ways that I hear from my clients and friends and family as well, where expectations of others, their behavior, has left people feeling disappointed. It's ended friendships, it's ended relationships, it's ended partnerships. So almost every one of their issues in their current or past relationships has been related to having a level of expectation more like them. Did you hear that? That's what happens. We want people to be more like we are instead of how they are. They're just being them. So one thing I want to point out, I'm going to point out a couple things. I want to talk about my book for a second. If you haven't read it, it's available on my site at dianeforster.com. Please go there and get it, because I do a section on here about setting healthy boundaries and understanding that this from a different perspective, that you have the right to set healthy boundaries on what it is you want and how you want to live, and what is important to you, and you just got to respect them. So in this instance, in this client's situation, for her, if that's so important to her and it's important for him to be that way, then that's a healthy that's a boundary for her. And so she's got to decide right then and there where to cut it off. She's got to make a decision there. And I talk a lot about powerful decision making as well, right? So all of these shows, in case you're new, are all weaved together. This is now our 20th webinar, and if you're interested, go back, watch previous episodes on my website at dianeforster.com, because they all work together. And so anyway, that's a key chapter in there, and about how to set healthy boundaries for that. So I wanted to throw that point in because it's really, really important. Okay, so I think about this for you, and how is this showing up in your life? How do you have certain expectations in your relationships with your spouse, or your parents, or your kids, or your lover, or your friends, or any relationships in your life where they are? And have you had any relationships end because of unrealistic expectations? All right. So here I'm going to give you 3 strategies on how you can just let go of these expectations. Just let them go. Let go and drop your expectations so that you can feel more joy in your relationships with these people and with that person, and just in general. Okay. The step number 1 is this: begin to notice when you feel disappointed. Notice that when you're in a relationship, or in a conversation, or in an interaction, and start to notice feelings of disappointment. When you start to observe these feelings, pay attention to why. Ask yourself, why are you feeling this way? Okay? Take note of the event that occurred, and then what you're going to do is you will start to notice this. This is really, really important. A pattern of where you have expectations of others in their behavior. Take note of who and then why. All right. Now, the next step is ask yourself why you need that from them. Ask yourself why you need it. This is so powerful, because become very curious as to why you wanted it in the first place. Why? And then you'll begin to see that the reason you wanted it is because you want to know that you matter. That you matter. Oprah said, just like Oprah says, she said that, that is one of the things she knows for sure. She's always talking about, well, here's what I know for sure. Hands down, without a doubt, every single person wants to be seen, heard, acknowledged, and appreciated. We all want that. Seen, heard, acknowledged, and appreciated, if you're writing this down, okay? We want to feel valued and validated. Everybody wants that. So it's really, you've got to take a look at this and become curious, because that's an area of your life where you're needing validation. You're needing to be seen and heard and appreciated and validated, okay? So here's the problem with this. Here's the rub, okay? That sets you up for so much disappointment, because think about this in your life. Even if the person behaves or responds the way you want them to, the first time that they don't, you're going to be hurt. You're going to be hurt and disappointed, right? Doesn't that make sense? Think about your life. Think of where this has shown up in your life and where you've had levels of disappointment. I know for me, for sure, I've had them. I've had them very recently. I'm acutely aware of this. But for sure, and I recognize that, oh, okay, clearly I needed to be validated in some way. I'm looking for validation in somewhere. So pay attention to it. All right. Now, the next step is this. Oh, wait, let me finish. So very important point here that I'm skipping over. So remember that the first time they disappoint you, you're going to feel hurt. So the power must come from within you. This is about self-love, self-acceptance, self-appreciation, self-validation. Learn to love yourself completely, and know that the only love that really truly matters starts here. It comes from within. So it's when you truly love yourself and accept yourself, you know and understand this, and that can't affect you. It can't disappoint you. Okay? All right. The third step is to practice the EED process. Now, this is my emotional energy diffuser. And again, I'm going to refer to my book. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. Just tonight, for 2 reasons, I'm referring to the book. The emotional energy diffusers is a 3-step process that I developed. This is a very, very powerful process. If you don't have my book, go to my website at dianeforster.com. There's a link there. Click, get it. Easy, easy, easy to get, okay? This 3-step process is one of the most effective tools I have created. And the 3-step process simply stated as this. It's breathe, think, praise. Okay, and here's how it works. I'll explain it in this circumstance. And I've cited this as a step in other webinars because it's so powerful and it's such an integral part of my life. And I know how powerful it is. And when you get it and you understand how it works, you'll integrate it in your life. You'll want to. Okay, so the 3-step process, so when you start to feel disappointment, take a moment to pause and take a breath. Just stop, don't react, don't respond, don't do anything yet, but just take a moment and pause and take a breath. In fact, I'm going to take one right now because I feel like I need one. All right, you guys too. Take a breath right now. Just go. Hold it for a second. Let it out. You can let it out with a sigh. You can blow it out hard like birthday candles. But instantly, don't you feel better? Don't you feel a sense of relief? We are always one breath away from feeling better, feeling some sense of relief. It's so powerful, right? It also gives you a moment to pause, okay? That's number 1, okay? Now, the second part is I want you to say to yourself, because this is the think part, wait, this has nothing to do with me. This has nothing to do with me. That sounds so simple, but really think about it. It doesn't. When you know this and you understand this, that the way that other person is reacting or responding has everything to do with them, and it has nothing to do with you. That is what's going on with them. That's what's going on in their world, right? So someone else's response or behavior has everything to do with them. And it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with what they're feeling and they're experiencing. So therefore, you must learn how to not take it so personally. Here's an acronym, Q-tip. Q-tip, quit taking it personally. It's got nothing to do with you, okay? So write that acronym down. All right. The last piece of this is I want you to think about this person and I want you to praise this person. In your mind, say to yourself, they are doing the best they can today. This is the best they have. This is all they have to give, and it is enough, okay? That drops expectations of them immediately. How powerful is that 3-step process? So what I want you to do, you know, I'm big on Post-it notes. Get some Post-it notes, right? Breathe, think, praise. This week, for these 3 steps, I want you to stick these Post-it notes everywhere. Put them everywhere. Breathe, think, praise. Breathe, think, praise. Breathe, think, praise. This 3-step process is so good, not only for feeling levels of getting rid of levels of disappointment. It is also it's great for getting rid of worry, fear, doubt, anxiety, guilt, shame, blame. I'm not kidding you. There are so many ways you can use this process in your life. And it's so, it's amazing what it will do for you in terms of creating a level of peace and joy and self-love. When you stop taking stuff so personally like that, and you stop allowing what somebody else wants, you know, and needs versus what you want and need, when you understand there's a difference there, that has nothing to do with you. So anyway, please do this and stick them everywhere. Stick them on your mirror, stick them on your nightstand, stick them in the car, stick them on your desk. All right. So this process really, really works. So please start practicing it. I use it every day, every day. I mean, it's a mantra for me. That runs through my head all the time. It has alleviated so many situations. Now, I'm not going to say all of them because sometimes I do forget, I am human, but many, many, many of them where I just respond versus react because I take that moment, take the breath, I think about it. It's got nothing to do with me. And then I praise that person and say, they're just doing the best from where they are today. This is the best they have and it's enough. Okay. Simple, simple, simple. I'm all about simplicity, if I could speak, and efficiency and ease and flow. That's why I always do 3 steps. So easy to remember, easy to build upon, and then easy to implement into your life, which creates that positive momentum, which moves your life forward, always creating positive progress. And so that's what creates lasting permanent change. All right. So When you drop your expectations of others, you are going to be thrilled at the level of happiness you start to experience in your life, your relationships, your level of connection, your level of self-love and acceptance is going to blow you away. I'm not kidding you. What we don't need others to change to suit our needs or expectations. We do not. We just need to love ourselves more and accept others just as they are. So what you're also going to find, this is another bonus, this is so powerful, you guys. When you practice this process, you're going to move through negative emotions so fast in your life. Something happens to you that could normally take a long time to process. You're going to process through it so fast. I mean, I process through things lightning quick because I remember this. This is not about me. It's about them. Okay. So here are the 3 affirmation statements. You ready? If you're writing them down, pen in hand, here we go. The love it one is, I love how special and powerful I am. I love how special and powerful I am. This is all about power, people. This is your power. You are so empowered to do this. And now that you know this and it's created awareness about dropping expectations of others, aren't you glad that you know this now? If you didn't know this before, and you're going to have a heightened awareness of it and not experience those levels of disappointment like before? I just love this. And then the thank it statement is, I am grateful for my self-love. I am grateful for my self-love. Love yourself unconditionally, perfectly imperfect. And then the bring it statement is, everyone is doing the best they can, including me. You're not going to be perfect all the time. Be easy on yourself. There's so much power in that, and just being soft and forgiving with yourself and understanding that in any given moment, at any time, we are all always doing the best that we can. We just really are. Okay, the quote is, to free us from the expectations of others, to give us back to ourselves, there lies the singular power of self-respect. Isn't that beautiful? I want to say, that is from, sorry, I'm reading a message up there. That's from Joan Didion. God love her, man. I mean, she's just amazing. So that is her quote. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to recap them and tell you what they are in case you are writing them down or weren't writing them down or need to hear them again. Number 1 was to begin to notice when you feel disappointed. Please notice that, okay? Then ask yourself why you need it. Remember, it's all about seen, heard, appreciated, acknowledged, being validated and valued. And then practice the EED process. And I want to say something to you. If you're on here and you're new to me and my material and you don't have my book and you want to find out ways to work with me, you want to know more about the EED process and how you can really implement that in your life, I want you to email me at info@dianeforster.com. Send me an email. I respond to everything within 24 hours. We always do. And then you can also go on my website at dianeforster.com and go on there, and there's an area where you can opt-in to get inspiring messages from me, and then you'll also get a free, beautiful bonus. I created 3 tips to get everything you want, and just browse around there and explore there. But you're certainly welcome to do both of those things. So I welcome it. I work privately with clients one-on-one, and I also do all of these other things that all of these other services that I offer, like the webinar, like the blog, and other things. So, all right. So what I have on the screen here, if you're on Facebook, you can't see this. What I can do is, if you're interested, certainly you can email me at info@dianeforster and let me know that you want this. So here's my questions for you. How many of you have fears? We did a webinar on fears a couple weeks ago, right? How many of you wish you had a way to get rid of those fears? Would you want it? Okay. Yes. And then how many of you have trouble with meditation? I hear this a lot from my clients, and I talk about this a lot, how meditation has totally changed my life. Totally changed my life. It was the tool that really basically got me where I am today and took me down this journey. And then how would you like your very own personalized solution for all of those questions? Okay, I have something really powerful for you. It's on the screen right now. This, I started doing this a while ago, and I know some of my clients I do this for my clients, and I've had a lot of people purchase this. This is called my personalized morning mantra and session. And what it is you and I have a one-on-one session together. It's very, very valuable. I mean, those sessions cost a lot of money. They're like $500 to do a session with me. And then what we'll do is we will go through a questionnaire that I will send you, and we will talk about all the fears, the doubts, the insecurities, the things from your past that you need healing about, stuff that you're carrying around like a ball and chain on your back that is literally weighing you down in your life and holding you up. And what I do is, based on that questionnaire in our session together, I know exactly what to say and how to say it to create a very personalized mantra for you. And Morgan, if you're on, I would love you to raise your hand and write a comment on what it's done for you. I think she was going to be on tonight. So if she is, I would love for you to say something there. But anyway, what happens is, once you and I have that session, I will create a personalized mantra for you. It's a morning mantra. I mean, you can do it at any time of day, but what I'll do is I will create it to you, and in 24 hours or less, I'm going to deliver it to you digitally on your phone. You're going to get it like that. You're going to have it forever, and it's personalized. It's customized. So if you do meditate and you find meditations out there, or mantras out there, or different tools, motivational tools that just don't seem to quite resonate with you and speak to you, this is personalized to you. It's completely customized just for you. So it's really powerful. And one of the other things that happens when I do these is, with my intuitive skills, is other things come up. So you might give me a list, but I will know other things that you don't even know are issues for you, and those will come up for you as well, and they will be incorporated into this personalized mantra for you. So an extremely valuable thing. So here's what you get. Here, I make it so easy for you. So all you have to do is click on the link that says Get Personalized Mantra Now. Click on it. It's $84, people. It is so valuable. That's $84 for a one-on-one session with me, and the questionnaire, which is so valuable. Things are going to open up for you that are buried deep that you might not even think of, and we're going to clear them up for you. And then you get your personalized mantra. It's typically between 5 and 10 minutes. Sometimes they're a little bit longer, never less than that. Personally delivered to you within 24 hours that you have forever. And what's going to happen is you're going to be listening to this over and over, and it's going to resonate. And the reason why you want to do this is the critical reason. We have all that negative chatter that goes on, and I work on your mindset, your emotions, and language. That's what I do with my clients. And what happens is the subconscious takes over, and all those negative thoughts, we get that monkey mind, that chatter that goes on in there. The subconscious cannot tell the difference between the truth and a lie. It's literal. So it knows what we tell it. So when you're hearing this over and over in the positive, it's wiping away, it's burying back and getting rid of that negative, and it's putting all that positive in the front of your mind, the frontal cortex, which is so incredibly powerful. And then what's going to happen is, as you're living your life and you're experiencing the benefits of this, because things are going to you're going to start manifesting like crazy. It's so much fun. And as you start doing this, as other challenges or things bubble up for you, whether they're new or old experiences, you're going to instantly come up with your own mantras. It teaches you how to do this. So it's so incredibly powerful. I love, love, love doing this. And it is such an incredible value and tool. You will have this forever. This $84 is such an investment in you. And it's my gift to you to do it today on the webinar for $84. It's regularly $197. It's valued at over $500. So it's so incredibly valuable. So just all you have to do is click on the link and get in there. And I can't wait to work with you. It's so much fun and it's so exciting. So that is the offer. I'm going to go to the, oh, no, not there, the chat box and see. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I see. My mantra is changing my life. I love it. It's so personalized, totally worth it, and much more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love that. Thank you for the feedback. I really, really appreciate it. That was my friend Morgan, who I just love. Look at her. She wrote 3 comments there. So I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm put the mantra, the offer back up there. So click on the link and listen. Be aware of your level of expectations on people and how this is showing up in your life. And I hope these strategies work for you. Let me know, because I do this for you. It is my mission to help you and give you tools, easy tools to implement in your life, and turn these situations around so that they're working for you. So let me know if it's working for you, because I need the feedback. And let me know where the other topics come up for you. So speaking of that, let me tell you next week's topic. It is called Learn How to Flow. You know the expression, go with the flow? Flow is a real thing, and it's not what you're thinking, girls. But living your life in flow. Do you ever notice how some people just ease through life? Things just seem to go easy for them and effortless, and things always seem to work out for them. And then there's other peoples that walk around like Linus with the black cloud hanging over them, and nothing seems to go right for them. It all has to do with flow. So I'm really excited about that. So mark your calendars for next Tuesday night, 6 o'clock Pacific time for that. And I just want to say thank you so much. If you haven't clicked on the link to get the personalized morning mantra, please do so now. And I want to say that I love you, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much for being here. Take care. Bye-bye.